All right, let's go through the top 5 mistakes that us as project managers make. Look, number 1 has to be the lack of clear goals and objectives. Without knowing where we're going, we're going to be in a mess. And we're not really managing the project as much as the project is managing us. So the key one here is, and I think if I had one thing to do, the key mistake would be project managers failing to make clear goals, clear objectives, and then, going on to my second point, communicating them to our team. So, mistake number 1, not making clear goals and objectives. Mistake number 2, even if you have clear goals and objectives, if no one else on the team knows about them, they are effectively useless. You'll find yourself micromanaging, doing all the work, spending all your time giving instructions. If you can give people an idea of where they're heading, they can make more sound decisions. So, poor communication, I'm going to put as number 2 in our top 5 mistakes project managers make. Number 3, since we're talking about project management and inherently the most important feature of that is scope management, the third critical mistake that I think project managers make is the failure to manage scope. And by managing scope, I mean failure to define it or effectively identify it properly in the first place. Then define it so we know the parameters, what's included, what's excluded. Then communicating that. Okay, back to number 2, communicating that so everyone understands what the scope's about, the stakeholders, the internal ones and external ones. And flowing on from that, failure to manage the scope in terms of appropriate scope controls. And these lead to issues such as scope creep and so on, and lots of bad stuff. So, number 3, failure to properly manage scope. Number 4, and it's getting hard now because I'm going to think about what I'm going to leave out of this. But number 4, I'm going to put lack of risk management. Projects are inherently risky. They're unique endeavours. We're doing something often for the first time, and with that brings a large amount of uncertainty. The project manager's inability to foresee potential problems, to identify information before making decisions, I think is a critical mistake. So one of the things I see happening a lot on projects is project managers becoming very reactive, solving problems on the fly, doing band-aid solutions. And a lot of that, sometimes unavoidable, but a lot of that points to poor risk management at the start. So, number 4 on the list is lack of effective risk management. Number 5. Number 5's tough. I was going to go something to do with stakeholder management, but I think I covered a lot of that off in having a good scope, good objectives, and communication. So I think what I'm going to go with here is lack of resource planning. So project managers, we've got to be able to foresee things in the future and adapt our plans to suit. We need to make sure we've got the right number of resources, the right capabilities, the right skill sets. A lot of training and development flows into this as a proactive measure. But I think one of the big mistakes we do as project managers is possibly underestimate the volume of work, and then we have inadequate resources to deliver on that work. So for me, I'm actually happy with that list as a top 5. If you're unhappy with that list, put a really mean comment saying that you're unhappy with that list. Or even better, list your top 5. As a project manager or someone impacted by projects, what do you think of the top 5 things that you see done incorrectly that really stuff up your projects? Have some fun. Or don't. Totally up to you.